Testy test test. Alright. Now we begin. So, how's it going? I wasn't going to play this game, really. I kind of lost track, and this campaign's kind of difficult to get through compared to a lot of the other ones. I just didn't really have the time or the energy to do it, but I don't know. It's I'm gonna keep playing because it's really enjoyable. Game's fun, whatever. So, last episode or whatever, last thing, I was doing a battle. I was taking over one of these areas. I actually lost the footage for that, so I started a new game. I'm up to the same point. So I just won that battle. Luckily enough, I actually got a kill onto Cheng Pu. So that means that he actually gained a level. He did get a level up, which is great. So that enables him to get a lot more deeds, as you can see, and he actually leveled up, and he's actually more useful now. So that's good. So we got Raid, Feint, Repel, Raid. So everyone leveled up, which is nice. Got some decent combos going. There are some people. Now, actually, unfortunately enough, I got my spy got kicked out, so I didn't get XP on him. But whatever, it doesn't. He's not. He's kind of more like a meat shield, really, than anything else. Let's see. I'm gonna actually change his. Yeah, I don't really like Awe as a tactic, just because it doesn't do any damage, and you can't. You can chain together with other ones if you really need to, but I just don't think it's that much more effective. Anyway, we will get all these. All right, we're good. So we'll wipe out this guy this turn. I recruited quite a few people. When Kanzi shows up, it's either here or here or something like that. I need to grab him. Because I think what happens is Gan Ning appears right here. And I'm not sure if I can grab him immediately or not. We'll have to see, but... I know Yuan Shao as well. I know, or Shu, sorry. He gets wiped out. Yuan Shao, I kind of... The one units that I want from Yuan Shao, it's Tian Fang is really good, and Zhang He is really, really good. Wen Shou and Yan Liang, they're strong, but again, like, I don't really like characters that are only offense, because they like raid, they have really high strength values, but they're not that useful for, like, utility-wise, and I don't know, you'll get an idea, people get a feel for it once they kind of get into the end game. Kind of get an idea what you kind of need to do to chain together tactics. So whatever, I'm going to attack right now. Good Chengui didn't get kicked out, so that's always good. Yeah, we'll keep going. Oh, actually, it feels really good to be playing this game again, actually. I enjoyed it so much, and it's so... I guess it is nostalgic. Let's get a nice 8 in here. Where is... So my Taunter's right there. It doesn't really matter if I capture anybody really here, but I'm going to taunt one of those two people. So we'll set up on here on the hill. It's not going to really make a difference. If I was using Pit, which is like a similar tactic, I would want to use that, but in this case, I find that Sunsei's army is very like they're bruisery. Like they like to like run in and kind of fight it out with the enemy, like close, I don't know, close, I guess. Whereas like Cao Cao and Liu Bei, they're more kind of like, they're smaller armies, but they're kind of, they're not as beefy, but they can kind of outmaneuver people, and that's usually the way that I like to play, personally. I'm not going to do that quite yet. He should keep on moving in a straight line, so that's good. I'm just going to move this guy forward, and we're good. So yeah, no, it's this game is pretty solid, but yeah, people will you'll get a better idea of how the game works once you start getting into the end game, because there's a lot more variation, there's a lot more different ways of playing the game and kind of winning. But I'm fairly certain, like, my way is fairly effective. I can safely say that. Boost, yeah, and we will taunt. So this will get most of my units involved in this one. So there may be one or two that don't level up from this. So we get a null attack, which is going to do a fair amount of damage because there's 3 people there. Get a nice raid. Oh, I just realized my volume is on. That's probably really annoying. There we go. Sorry. Yeah. So we go to aid. We should get a boost, and that'll end it off. But, doing higher tactic chains gives you more experience, basically. So, by involving all these people and getting them, like, 7... Yeah, so that's a 7 tactic. By doing, like, a 7 chain or an 8 chain, I'm able to, basically just give them a lot more XP. So I just took out the main guy. I didn't really bother with the small ones. I'm actually not really sure if it's actually worth killing every single unit, to tell you the truth. Maybe it is. Maybe it's better for grinding and stuff. Okay, so as you can see, not everyone leveled up. I'm actually okay with that, because Chengpu is kind of the one that I'm kind of concerned about. Interesting enough, Sun Ce didn't level up, and actually he did. He was part of that tactic chain. So, whatever. That's fine with me. No real skin off my back. It's unfortunate, but whatever. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, I won't skip this, because I didn't actually record this last time. So yeah, he takes over those two. And then basically there's going to be Cao Cao in the north, and there's going to be Liu Baiao in the west. So that'll be fun. Now, at this point, you can choose either to go right for Cao Cao's capital, or you can kind of expand towards Liu Baiao. And depending on what happens there, it depends whether or not you, whether or not actually Sun Ce dies, actually. Blah, 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 fortify, Cao Cao to the north, send spies, blah, 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 blah. Oh my. You are a rabid duck of little consequence. Sun Ce, he's hot-headed and whatever. He's not a very good leader, to tell you the truth. In real life, he actually gets murdered, and Sun Quan takes over, who's actually a better ruler. But then, eventually, Sun Quan dies, and a whole bunch of different generations fight. And eventually, I actually think it's actually Cao Cao who wins. It's KOP, his son, I think, kind of solidifies the rule, and then actually the royal advisor or whatever, I don't remember what his name is, but one of the major royal advisors takes over and kind of stabs KOP in the back, and then he founds the dynasty. His son or something, or his grandson. Is how it kind of ends. Alright, so yeah, so I can either go north to Zhuchang, which is actually the capital, or I can expand this way towards Liu Baiao. It's kind of obvious which is safer. Like, this is pretty ambitious. This is pretty safe. Like, there's nothing wrong with expanding your power and then being able to resist after that point. So actually what happens is if you go over here, as soon as you take Shaochun, Sun Ce gets murdered, and you can, I guess you just become Sun Quan, basically. So your leader becomes Sun Quan. So actually, since I'm going for a certain route this time, and I don't want to, okay, this guy can be cavalry now. As you can see, there's different unit types. So like footmen, as you get more XP, you can kind of upgrade them. So like footmen versus infantry, obviously can tell the base attack and base stats are all higher. Rangers, they can move through hills or mountains. Actually, that'd be kind of useful, considering that there's so many goddamn hills and mountains and stuff. And then yeah, there's spearmen, and then pikemen's kind of like the 70 XP. So if you get a whole bunch. So I like, since there's no one else that really is cavalry in the Sun Ce's army, I'm gonna keep them at that. Everyone else is kind of spearmen. That's fine. I kind of want to keep... I'm going to keep the guy with the taunt. The biggest thing, I think, is just pulling people away from their army, so I can just kill them. I'm not going to worry too much about... Actually, this guy's actually... I seem to recall this guy being actually okay. But I don't think I'm going to recruit him. He's not one of, like, the really nice ones. Yeah, actually, that's a good support guy, but... Huogzhen, he has taunt as well. I actually am gonna pick him up, I think. That boost is kind of nice, though. That's the only thing. I don't know if I really want to get... Yeah, I'll get rid of him. He's... Like... I don't know, his stats are alright, but he's not super good. So, who am I sending over here? Handang. Alright. Chengui. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna advance quite yet. I'm going to send out my army. The nice thing about taking over these little areas is that you see the experience, they get +1 experience every single time, or maybe it's +3. I think it might be actually +3 every single time they take over one area, so he's at 40 right now. Yeah, so that's good. Yeah. So as you can see, Cao Cao is kind of expanding toward Yuan Shao. That's the idea behind it, is that, oh, he's preoccupied, so he's not going to think about attacking us, essentially. Or he's not going to think about an attack from the rear. Okay, so Kanzi is right here. So I need to send Hungai. Yeah, and so Gan Ning has appeared. So Gan Ning, he's really freaking good. As you can see, look at his strength value, really high. He actually has really high intelligence and LEA at the same time. So he's just really strong overall. He has a lot of troops. A lot of his tactics, he gets raid, he gets repel, he gets a taunt, which is actually really, really huge. So yeah, we're going to take Hungai out of this army. We're going to put Huexun in that army. And actually what I'm going to do is set him. Yep, and I'm going to do that. Yeah, so like what he is before Brute, it's not good. Brute, not good. It's that simple. So we'll continue moving my army around. We will make Hungai a... There. I'm actually not sure if I can do it quick enough, because I know Liu Baiao eventually comes over here and recruits him, so... And actually another good unit is the Zhu Qiu guy. He's very good, but he gets recruited for Liu Baiao as well. So what I want to do, what happens basically is that I'm going to expand in here. I'm going to have a big fight with Liu Baiao. My goal for that is to recruit Zushu and recruit Gan Ning, or capture Gan Ning or Zushu. Because if I do that, then I'm going to be able to have like a really, really strong taunter, which is Zushu, and then I'm going to have Gan Ning, who's a really solid character overall. But I'm going to actually see if I can actually get him right now. I'm really not sure. I've actually never tried it before. I'm just going to save my game. And actually, it looks like my... looks like everything's working so far. My thing hasn't crashed or anything. I actually wiped my computer a little while ago, so I didn't have a lot of my files. There we go. Okay, maybe it's not even possible. It may not even be possible to get to him in time. Yeah. Shit, eh? Well, maybe if I can recruit that guy, it'll be huge. Like, I'll have like a much better army. Oh no, he's already gone. Shit. Wow, he didn't even... I guess he just left and got recruited, I guess. Oh, that sucks. Alright, well, that's the way it is. Actually, that's all canon. It's all canon, whatever. Another really good unit that comes along is called Luzun. L-U-Z-U-N. He shows up right here. And he's a very, very strong unit as well. But he starts at a really, really low level, which is really frustrating. And you have to kind of grind away to kind of make him a better character. So it's alright. I'm going to continue expanding. I got 7 turns. So I need 7 turns to basically attack there, essentially. So that's fine. I'm going to continue expanding. I don't want to waste any experience, so I'm just going to move them around like this, 2 at a time, instead of like splitting them up. As you can see, oh,